Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Argentina versus Algeria. FIFA World Cup 2026. Match day 1, Group J. Argentina contra Algeria. Argelia, okay. Argentina contra Argelia. La Copa Mundial de FIFA. Grupo J, Jornada 1. Welcome. Marlies are playing. They're winning 1-0 right now. Jays are winning 4-0. Things are going well. This is the game we review today. One more game after this. We'll review this game, though, once it's over. So, starting 11s are as follows. For Argentina in goal, Emiliano Martinez, Gonzalo Montiel, Christian Romero, Lisandro Martinez, Facundo Medina, Rodrigo De Paul, Alexi McAllister, Enzo Fernandez, Thiago Almada, Lionel Messi, Lautaro Martinez. There is one person in this 11 that was not on the roster in 22. That'd be Medina, or at least a big part of it. Don't feel like he showed up. Either way. Starting 11 for Algeria. In goal, Luka Zidane. The back four, Ryan Ait Nouri, Rami Bensabani, Aissa Mandi, Rafiq Belgali, Nabil Bentaleb, Hicham Boudoui. Center defensive mids, Fares Jaibi, Ibrahim Maza, Anis Haj Musa, Amin Guiri for Algeria. Argentina 2-0 win. Tonight marks the beginning of the end of an era. Yep. Cristiano might play at the 2030 World Cup, but I guarantee you Messi won't. And this will be Messi's final World Cup opener. As a defending champion, he plays his last World Cup opener. In his final World Cup, I would very much assume it's his last World Cup. Then again, we assumed it 4 years ago, but now I really think this is his last one. Cristiano, on the other hand, it may not be. If he wins, it definitely will be. If he loses, well, he wants to hit 1,000 goals anyway, but he might play till 2030 just because he wants to hit 1,000 goals. But I feel like if he hits 1,000 goals and then, if he wins a World Cup and then hits 1,000 goals, he's probably going to retire right there and then. But I think that probably is an understanding that is understood. But either way, of course, the Messi jersey. Well, I mean, I have it, so. See if the Messi mania comes back for this one. You know, let's see. Marley's leading 1-0 after the second period of the Calder Cup. Game 3, 1-0. Easton Cowan with a goal, by the way. Easton Cowan with a goal, by the way. Won't he be 44 in 2030? Yeah, but he said as long as he ain't hit 1,000. He's going for 1,000. And I mean, if you take less games, you'd be an idiot. This may not be Cristiano's final World Cup, but if he wins, I think that's very likely. It is his last. If he loses, he'll play no matter what, even if he hits 1,000. Or at least he'd have something to think about. That Argentina national anthem just gets me going emotionally. And the Blue Jays get out of the 7th inning, popped out by Willer Abreu. 4-0 Blue Jays with 2 innings to go. And they're going to the top of the 8th, and they're on the road, so they hit first. At Fenway Park. The Blue Jays play, 15 straight games against teams under 500? Yeah, the Blue Jays got to go on a run here, even if they're a little bit injured. If they don't, the season's probably over. Argentina anthem is so passion. I agree. But we got 2 more matches. to go. This one, of course, then we review it. Then we'll be live for Austria and Jordan, which wouldn't be the first Jordan game I've done live, weirdly enough, because, of course, the Arab Cup final, which different roster this time, I know, but I don't. It is messy. Why would you wear an Argentina 10 shirt with a name other than Messi unless it's, well, Maradona's don't have a name on the back of it. Maradona's don't have a name on the back of it. Kwiatkowski. Honestly, I'm not that much of a. I love myself, but 10 doesn't. I don't wear the number 10. Second of all, Emiliano Martinez in goal, Facundo Medina, Lisandro Martinez, Christian Romero, Gonzalo Montiel, Enzo Fernandez, Alexi McAllister, Rodrigo De Paul, Thiago Almada, Lautaro Martinez, Lionel Messi. I'm just wearing this because the Messi fans are going to come here, and I have a Messi jersey. Because this is before he turned heel in the eyes of MLS fans. I do. What, you don't love yourself? You don't love yourself? Starting 11. Zidane, Ait Nouri, Benson Bani, Mandi, Belgali, Maza, Bentaleb, Boudaoui, Chaibi, Goody, and Musa. Who would have thought 4 years ago Argentina would start 2 guys playing in the MLS? Well, when you're the best player in the world or the best player of all time, you get to do what the hell you want. And DePaul's his best friend, so I think that makes sense. Either way. But, no. Go to Cristiano IMO. Well, yeah, I mean, I see the Portuguese flag in your thumb or your profile picture, so yeah, of course. I love Cristiano, but I think there's arguments for both, but Messi, I'd be lying if he hadn't had a better trophy haul in the past 8 years. I mean, I'm not a fan of Juventus, but I think Cristiano leaving Juventus probably started him losing the GOAT battle. Let's be real. And, well, bottling. Well, I wouldn't say bottling World Cup 18, but well, now it would be 1-1. I'd say it's 50-50. I think if Cristiano wins the World Cup and hits 1,000 goals, it's 50-50. It's 50-50. We're back to where we were 8 years ago. If not, well, I'd say before Messi made his run, it was leaning Cristiano. But now, I think it's fitting it ends 50-50, though, if Portugal wins the World Cup. I think it's fitting it ends 50-50, and we're off. Now, if Cristiano and Portugal beat Messi, if Cristiano and Portugal beat Messi on his way to winning the World Cup, which can happen, especially the way I predicted my bracket, then we might have to have an argument. Should you bet on Poly Market that Messi will score in this game? Sure, he probably will. 103, 0-0. Settle. He probably will. So, yes, he probably will. He probably will. Yeah, do it. I mean, I wouldn't bet on Poly Market. If I'm going to bet, I would bet on an actual betting site, but okay. I think Poly Market is pretty, playing forward. Petkovic, the Algeria coach. Playing backwards. Argentina somehow wins the World Cup, will there be zero GOAT conversations anymore? Yes. Just like Cristiano could honestly pull it back to 50-50 or 55-45 with winning a World Cup, depending on how the path goes. If Messi wins a back-to-back World Cup, which is hard to do in itself, yes, it's over. It was over after 22, and then the Copa. If they could go back-to-back to back-to-back, or if they could win one, then go back-to-back in the Copa, and then go back-to-back in the World Cup. If Argentina goes back-to-back in both the Copa and World Cup with Messi's 4 last international tournaments, it's over. It's done. There is no GOAT conversation. Harder to win Euros or Copa. Well, I would say Euros. Head or seg. I would say Euros. It Texas towards Louisiana. Yep, and it's going to be a tropical storm. It's probably going to get a name. We'll see what happens. What do you know about Muhammad Amora? Is he any good? Oh, the Marlies are back on. I don't know much about him. We'll find out together because I don't know much about him. Marlies are up 1-0. 19:23 left in the third period. We'll keep an eye on it. Mbappe scored 2 goals. Haaland scored 2 goals. I guess it's time for Messi to score 2. The goal by the Marlies was scored by Easton Cowan. The Toronto Marlies. The hockey game. Calder Cup. Blue Jays are up 4-0. Messi is the first player to appear at 6 FIFA World Cups. Middle of the 8th. 4-0 Blue Jays. Over the top. Brought down. Messi. Shot. Goal. 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 Gol de Messi! Gol de Argentina! Gol de los campeones del mundo! And it's classic Messi. A perfect run. Oh, offside. Offside. He was offside. Damn it. Nope, he's offside. My bad. They didn't even show the flag. But they showed the replay. Messi's 27th FIFA World Cup appearance, most all time. Damn, 6 World Cups, he's only made 27 appearances. Well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 out of them were 2 tournaments. This is 15. So there's 12 more across 4 more World Cups. Well, this is 6, so 3 more World Cups. So 4 round of 16, so that was 4 in 2018. Of course, he probably didn't make as many appearances. 06, 10, 14, 18, 22. Well, that's a good point. He probably didn't play every game in 2006. 17, 14. Ron did that goal announcer voice for nothing. Hey, if they showed the flag, I wouldn't have. I'm honestly kind of. They probably just showed it. Yeah, it's off. Yeah. Well, no, it was definitely off when they showed the replay. 228. Messi has 28 less international appearances than Cristiano Ronaldo now. It's very likely Messi's going to end under Cristiano, even if they both retired after this World Cup. Again, Cristiano wants to continue until he gets 1,000 goals. Professional. Competitive. Shot. Internationally in club. Yeah, he was offside. His shoulder was... Well, his head was too. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. He could have scored with his head. He probably wouldn't have, but he could have. In theory, he could have. In theory, he could have scored with his head. What, Algeria? Nah. Playing forward. Plays through. Oh my, good run. Shot, goal. Goal, Algeria. It's 1-0 to Algeria. And that one is going to stand. Chaibi. Wow. Faris Chaibi scores. Ibrahim Maza with the assist, and what a run by Chaibi. 0-1 Algeria. Oh my God. What a goal and what a pass too. Fares Chaibi. Wow. And just on the near post of Martinez, Emi Martinez, and he got him 8 minutes in. Wow. 0-1. Damn, it's offside. Damn, it is offside. It's offside. Argentina get away with one. Oh, I didn't do it as... Oh, come on, man. I need to see the resuming play. What a break. Wow. Damn. I need to see the illustration. I need to see the illustration. How? Messi's was pretty obvious. I need to see the illustration. 9th minute. Look. 3rd time's the charm. Damn. Hey, that Greg guy. Did you make the bet on Poly Market? Shit, you. Damn. That's gotta suck. Y'all didn't even have to sweat until it was offside. Yeah, this is a pretty damn roller coaster game, and there ain't even any goals. Well, that stood. This is going to be crazy. And then it just ends up being a 0-0 draw. Either this ends up actually being crazy and it's a 4-3 win for somebody, or it's a 0-0 draw. It's either or. It's either or. It's either or. 10th minute. I don't know which it's going to be yet, but it looks like it's still going to be something. So are Argentina frauds? Oh, damn. Toronto was so good in the second period. They actually they're outshooting Chicago now. 1-0 Marlies. 14:44 left of the third period. Argentina has more possession, but it's only 10 minutes. Marlies are doing well. Bo Grew had the puck, and he tried to shoot it on. And that's going to be a free kick for... Oh, look, Simon Marciniak, the same referee who reffed the final of the World Cup. Well, I don't know. Either way. And the Red Sox hit a home run, 4-1. But there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Jays are up 3. Just get it to Varland. Get out of this and get it to Varland. That's all I'm asking. Oh, and IKF got a single. Oh, Lord, this is not good. Playing forward. $11.56. Unreal that Vitinha and Ike Nordy actually played on the same team. Yeah. Offside. Oh, the arm. Well, the head was offside. Yes. You could score with your head. And Tommy Nance walked a dude. All right. 1-0 Marlies. 13:47 to go. 12-23. Playing forward. Yeah, he walked him. I think they're going to pull him. They're pulling Tommy Nance. 13th minute. Nil-nil. 0-0. Playing forward. Here's a chance. Nope. Marlies are 13 minutes and change away from being 3-0 up in the Calder Cup final. Things can change. Messi's offside goal looked a little tighter than Argentina or Algeria's. You know, ironically enough, you might be right, which is crazy, but either way. Playing forward. Oh, that is a icing on the Marlies. 14 minutes. Playing forward. It is kind of crazy, though. I'm trying to also pay attention to a hockey game with two countries that don't give a shit about hockey. Don't know hockey, but 15th minute. Possibly watching, but either way. I mean, it's been 50-50, and that start was crazy. Fifteenth minute. (15-18). Playing forward. (16th minute). Covered by Akshimov. 16th minute. Messi's the first man to play in 6 FIFA World Cups. His first World Cup was in 2006, 20 years ago. The first World Cup I ever watched was the first World Cup. Well, playing forward. Here's a chance. Messi! 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 Goal! Golazo! Goal! 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 This one counts! Golazo de Messi! Golazo de Messi! Golazo de Argentina! Golazo de Campeones! That is a weird goalie mask. 17 minutes in. 1-0. 1-0. That one counts. Banger. Banger. Well, you don't have to sweat that much, John. Or what's his name? What is that keeper doing? I have no idea. Greg. Greg, yeah, there we go. At least you don't have to sweat no more, Greg. The GOAT scores if you made that bet. Messi! Oh, my God. What a freaking dip on that. It ain't nothing Lucas Zidane's doing there, bro. What a shot. Why? DePaul's a bum. You don't even care about club football. Well, why would you care about Miami when? Fingertips. 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 And you still didn't get it. Butterfingers into the net. Please tell me somebody got the They Might Be Giants reference, though. No matter what, Argentina will win. Messi will make a ton of money for FIFA. Okay. He's still playing at a high level. 14th FIFA World Cup goal, tied for third with Muller and Mbappe. Fingertips. Fingertips. I just hope somebody got the They Might Be Giants reference there. I swear. I hope somebody got it. 17th minute goal. And DePaul with the assist. But that was most Messi's work. 1-0. Ooh, boy. Blue Jays got out of it. Let's go. 4-1 to the top of the ninth. Louis Varland came in and got the out to end the inning. 10 minutes to go in the third period. .10:05 to go in the third period. Akhimov makes the save. 118th Argentina goal for Messi on his 200th appearance. Oh, he makes something out of it. How are players like CR7, Messi, and LeBron James all playing at their age? Medicine has taken a very high level of growth, or what we know about health and medicine and wellness and longevity has taken a big step over time. Also, Tom Brady honestly should be playing right now still. I don't care. I do not care. Tom Brady should still be playing to this day. I do not give a shit. He should still be playing. Brady could be playing. Brady should be playing. The cameras will be on Messi constantly. Zidane couldn't do much on that. Butterfingers. Brady retired at 46. No, yeah, he retired at 46, and he could still be playing to this day. And the Marlies are on the power play as well, by the way. 1-0 Marlies with under 10 minutes to go in their game 3. 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes away from taking a 3-0 series lead in the Calder Cup final. Brady could have played till 50. Look at him. He's still post-practice videos or videos of him throwing the ball, and he still looks the same. Tom could have played to 50. No. No, I'm not. I mean, I got to be nice to the Messi fans, or I got to give them respect so my channel grows, but I wouldn't say I'm a D1 Messi glazer. Now, Tom Brady, on the other hand, that's actually my GOAT. Now, Tom Brady, on the other hand, even to this day, Aaron Rodgers is younger, but he plays like an old man. Yeah, exactly, because Aaron Rodgers would rather trip on ayahuasca than do what Brady did. But he moves when he needs to, just like Brady, ironically enough. Tom Brady only moved when he needed to, but if he had to move up in the pocket, move back, run a little bit, so be it. But Brady knew when he had to move. He wasn't Lamar. Hell, he wasn't Patrick Mahomes. But he moved when he needed to. Well, that ain't a bad shout. A little bit could be an offensive shout, but it's not a bad shout. Well, look at that, don't you? Messi scored the goal. 23rd minute. 1-0 to Argentina. 1-0 de Argentina, de la Campeones. Algeria is honestly shell-shocked, but I can't say I'm surprised. Plays it backwards. Messi still there. Messi crosses it in. That's going to bounce away. But Algeria can clear. 23rd minute. See how the power play. And it's 1:18 to go on the power play, and there's a Wolff player down. 9:14, and it's 4-on-4 hockey. Lettieri to the box. Only Paul Rothrock can match Messi's greatness. You know what? I agree with that. Skylar Brindamore drew the penalty, and Lettieri to the box. Yeah, you're right. And that's why I hate that Toronto got rid of Paul Rothrock. I always saw his greatness. Yeah, he elbowed him. I'm surprised it's only 2. 9:15 to go. Because, yes, we're also keeping attention to the Marlies Calder Cup final game that I actually get to watch because it's on Flow Hockey's YouTube channel. I don't even have to watch a dodgy stream. Face off. .24th minute. DePaul is Messi's bodyguard. On the pitch, yes. Not outside of the pitch. It's that Almada is so bad. I mean, dude, I don't know, man. I expect better out of him. Water break, 24th minute. 24th minute while they're on the water break. We'll call the Marlies game. Man on first, 2 out. Miles Straw walked. The Jays are 3 outs away. Here come the Marlies. Marlies shot off the back of the wall. And he got boarded. And it's a puck battle. Marlies steal. Marlies have it to the blue line. They carry. 4-on-4 shot. Behind the net once again. Back to the Marlies. Marlies still have it. And it's going to go away. They give it away. They have to reset. 11 seconds left on the 4-on-4, which means they'll be on the penalty kill momentarily. 8:02 to go. Have there been any streakers in this World Cup? As far as I know, no. Where's Hervé Renard when you need him? Tunisia. But you know what? If that's the only way you probably should fire. That's probably the only way you should fire. Shot. Save Akhimov. And iced by the Toronto Marlies. Dakota Mermis is going to the bench. Took a hard shot. Marlies on the penalty kill. 11 seconds left for the Chicago Wolves. Chicago Wolves behind the net. They're trying to get to the high slot. Back to the point. Skates into the point. Shot. Saved by Akhimov. Cleared away by the Marlies, and the penalty is killed. 7 minutes to go. 1-0 Marlies. Judge! Ha-ha! Savior of the Blue Jays! 5-1. Well, 6-1. 6-1. Judge! Ha-ha! Savior of the Blue Jays! 6-1 Blue Jays with 3 outs to go. Okay, we got this one. 6:49. Good for Tunisia, honestly. That's just wrong, Mal, huh? At the blue line, dumped back in by the Marlies. They chase. Trying to cycle. The Wolves get there. Puck battle behind the net. Behind the Wolves' net where Primo is. Set back. Marlies have it. Dumps back behind the net. Trying to get as much time to go away as possible and somehow protect this lead till the empty net comes in. If they do that, the Marlies will win a 3rd Calder Cup final game. 6:12 to go. Shot save Akhimov. Covers. For my Argentinian and Algerian friends watching, if you are here, yes, there's also a Calder Cup final game going on. I'm a Marlies fan because I'm a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. Marlies are trying the hockey's version of Arsenal. Hey, it's working. For some reason, they're better on the road. Calder Cup final, Game 3. Toronto Marlies Chicago Wolves. The only hockey that's left. The Toronto Marlies and the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's basically like their AAA team if you're a baseball fan, or their reserve team if you're a football fan. Hey, it's something. Playing Algeria have the ball. We're back at football as well. I love hockey just as much as I do football, if you're new here. It's 1A and 1B, as you can tell. And the Toronto Maple Leafs are my favorite team, so the Marlies are my favorite affiliate. I love the Marlies just as much as I do the Leafs, and the Marlies are going for a full-on championship. Weirdly enough, the Leafs got the #1 pick in the NHL, and who's the GOAT of ice hockey? Wayne Gretzky. I don't care what any Canadian says, they're pissed off about him, about his politics, which you could argue about that, but it's still Wayne Gretzky. You can be pissed at Wayne, but he's still the GOAT. He will forever be the GOAT. It is Wayne Gretzky, the Great One. He's called the Great One for a reason. Wayne Gretzky. Yeah, he might be misled, he might be dumb politically, and he might be a drunkard, but Wayne Gretzky is the best hockey player this world has ever seen. Rocket Richard, I mean, that's a good shout too, but it's Wayne. It's Wayne Gretzky. .444 to go. 1-0 Argentina. Algeria scored an offside goal. Argentina scored an offside goal. They both were offside, and Messi scored a banger. We've had technically 3 goals today. 29th minute. But, yeah, Rocket Richard's up there. I would say Rocket Richard's one of the GOATs, but not the GOAT. I would also say Bobby Orr. Bobby Orr's up there. Who's the Zidane of hockey then? Honestly, not GOAT, but still a legend. Honestly, I think this is actually a really good one. I think this makes sense. Leafs are on, or the Marlies, the baby Leafs are on the power play. I got a good one. Alexander Ovechkin. Ovi. I mean, he doesn't have the longevity Zidane doesn't have the longevity Ovi had, but you know what? I think they have a similar personality. Maybe Zidane or Ovi was more of a goal scorer, but something about Ovi just screams absolutely talented, but absolutely misunderstood at the same time. I'm going to go Alex Ovechkin and Zidane. Henry Thrun gets he's getting sent to the locker room. Oh, he got a game misconduct. He's gone. Cristiano Ronaldo scored more goals than Messi. Yeah, because out-and-out striker. Who's your Mount Rushmore of ice hockey? 4 players. Well, first off, it's 6 grandfathers, but I don't know. For me, Gretzky, Ovechkin, and Ovechkin. I think I got to go. This is more personal, but Doug Gilmour and I don't know. Goalies is a whole different conversation. I don't know if you could go just like, yeah, Doug Gilmour, Wayne Gretzky, Ovi, Connor McDavid. I have to go Connor McDavid. I mean, Austin Matthews can match up. Thrun it wasn't a game misconduct. He got a concussion. Oh, okay. Makes sense. 31st minute, 1-0 Argentina. Yeah. Austin Matthews, if it was a 6 grandfathers and not a Mount Rushmore, Austin Matthews would be on there because he has the goal scoring pace, even with his last 2 bad seasons, of catching up to Ovi, who has the goal scoring record. So Austin probably on there, and well, you're not wrong. But it's like, The Leafs have, or the Marlies have a major penalty power play. 5-minute power play on the major. They're going to close this game out on the power play. Wolff. 33rd minute. Fedorov. No. Good. But not at like that level. 33rd minute. I'd rather put Brett Hull up there than Sergei Fedorov. And I'm not really a fan of Brett Hull. Well, especially his antics. I mean, Brett Hull was a good hockey player, but man, his antics, though, ever since he retired, the dude, it doesn't make it easy to want to root for him. Guy Lafleur. That's actually a good shout. Yeah, Guy Lafleur. That's a good shout. 33rd minute. Scaloni, 69 wins, 18 draws, and 9 losses. Argentina head coach. Jagr. Oh, yeah, that's a good shout, too. Jaromir Jagr. Based. Dude. He could also be Zidane. Except, that's also... Yeah, Jagr's probably a Zidane more than he is a Messi or Gretzky. Only 4 players. It's hard to do. I mean, I already gave mine. Now everybody else is just saying other names. Jagr just officially retired. A lot of Slavkovsky and Jagr. You know what? You actually have a point. You know what? Actually, yeah. Slavkovsky kind of does remind me of Jaromir Jagr. You're right. I'm jealous. 34th minute. Playing forward. Playing forward. 4:16 to go. Here comes Argentina. Here's a cross. Shot blocked away. And the Blue Jays are 2 outs away. They're out away with a strike away. 2 on, 2 out. Jaron Duran versus Varlin. And he strikes him out. Blue Jays win 6-1. Blue Jays win 6-1. Not see this Marlies game finish. And then this. 1-0 Argentina. Blue Jays win. What about in football? Messi, Cristiano, Maradona. Messi, Cristiano, Maradona, and Pele. That's my 4. My Mount Rushmore of football is Messi, Cristiano, Maradona, and Pele. I think it's that simple. Was not a foul. Guy was falling already. Yeah. Pele, GOAT, IMO. I just want to put Ronaldinho in there, but his prime was damn short. Ronaldinho is like a Zidane. Like, they're awesome, but they were more enigmas than GOATs. You know what I'm saying? But they're definitely legends. But I can't put Ronaldinho in there. I can't. Legend, but Mount Rushmore for every sport, that would take too long. 36 minute. NFL, Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Randy Moss, saved Bakchimov. Feels like it. Playing forward, cross, Lautaro, out for a goal kick. Jerry Rice, yeah, I'll go there. Yeah, Brady, Moss, Montana, Rice. Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah. Lautaro fixing to get sub at half. Lautaro Martinez, stinker and hooked. Stinker and hooked. 2:27 to go in the Marlies game. 1-0 Toronto Marlies. Jordan, LeBron, Bill Russell, and Kareem. No. Jordan, Kobe. I hate to say it, but LeBron James and Bill Russell when it comes to the NBA. Kobe needs to be there. Kobe needs to be there. Kobe needs to be on that Mount Rushmore. I don't. That's disrespectful. Jordan, Kobe. Kobe over Kareem. Kobe, well, I still have a hard time putting LeBron over Kobe. I'm going to be real. It's probably true, but it's hard for me to do it. And I was a Kobe fan of the way he played basketball growing up. I didn't just become a fan of him because he died. I was a Raptors fan, but, basically, I'd say the Lakers were my second favorite team growing up because of Kobe and the way he played basketball. Playing forward. Jordan, Kobe, Kareem, Bill Russell, then. Yeah, that sounds better. That sounds better if you don't want to put LeBron on there. Which I can agree with that. I could agree with Jordan, Kobe, Bill Russell, and Kareem. I could agree with that. 40 seconds to go. Baseball. Follow any niche sports. Curling, speed skating, swimming. Cricket to Americans is. I watch a little bit. Rugby. I don't know. Oh, empty net. 21 seconds. So it's now 5-on-5. 18 seconds. Icing. They're going to put the goalie, Primo, back in the net. 40th minute. Baseball, Mount Rushmore. Albert Pujols. Shohei Ohtani. He's already on there. I hate to say it. Roy Halladay. And that's a personal pick. But he was damn good in his day. And Pujols, Ohtani, Halladay. Ken Griffey Jr. Yeah, that's a good shout. But Albert Pujols has got to be on there. Shohei Ohtani's on there already. Even though he's on there already. If you want to put Babe Ruth on a Mount Rushmore, it's got to be Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani did what Babe Ruth did, but better in a harder era. It's Shohei. You can't. Shohei is what Babe Ruth was, but 10 times better already. In a harder era, in an integrated era. Babe Ruth legitimately shouldn't be. He's all trailblazer, sure. But he pitched, he hit. Shohei does what he does, but 10 times better. And I think that means something when it's never been done between Babe Ruth and Shohei Ohtani. Shohei had the balls to do it. He did it 10 times better already. And I'm not even a Dodgers fan. And it's full. It's over. The Marlies win game 3, 1-0. And they're already fighting. An end game fight. Marlies win 1-0. It's a 3-0 series lead for the Toronto Marlies. And it's getting physical. Damn line brawl. Wow. 42nd minute. Everybody's fighting. Marlies won game 3 and the Chicago Wolves are fighting. Wow, crazy. 42nd minute, 1-0 Argentina. It's been a good day. I still don't think at this point they would become my number one favorite team if that happened. The Toronto teams would still be my favorite teams. I'd love the team that gets put in Mississippi pro sports wise, but it wouldn't be my favorite team. I think we've passed the point of like, hey, it's easy to flip away. I think we've passed that point. Marlies are up 3-0 in the Calder Cup final. One more win. Ichiro not. If I wasn't biased by putting Roy Halladay on there, Ichiro would be on Mount Rushmore. But okay, my non-biased Mount Rushmore. Sorry, 1-0 to the Marlies. Yes. My non-biased Mount Rushmore is Pujols, Ichiro, Ken Griffey Jr., and Shohei. My biased one is Pujols, Halladay, Ken Griffey Jr., Shohei. Hey, you put freaking... Honestly, I'm going to say it. Albert Pujols should be a unanimous Hall of Famer when he's on the Hall of Fame ballot. If he's not, I am rioting. You know what? You might be right. Hold on. Let me see some. No yellows until the second half. Let's... 0 yellow. You know what? You might be right, man. You might be right. You might be calling some. Do you do tennis at all? I like tennis. I mean, my mom played tennis growing up, and I mean, I've watched it. Federer, Djokovic, Nadal, Pete Sampras. Yeah, I won't disagree on that. Yannick is going to get on there, though. I have a feeling Yannick is going to get on there, though. He's not there yet, but he's close. If Yannick keeps going the way he's going to get onto the Mount Rushmore, though. Let's just say that. But Federer, Djokovic, Nadal, Sampras, yeah, that sounds about right on the men's side, yeah. With the fact that if Yannick keeps going the way he's going, he's going to be on there. Why did Emiliano Martinez say goodbye to Aston Villa even though no club signed him? I don't know. I thought he was 4 minutes stoppage time. I thought he was staying last year because he thought he was leaving. I don't know. 45th minute. Playing forward. Ooh. Here's a shot. Wide. Corner. 1-0 for Argentina. Definitely 50-50. I mean, Argentina's had their moments. Algeria's had their moments. Cross in, header, clear away. F1. Oh, I got it, yeah. F1. Mount Rushmore. Schumacher, Hamilton, Verstappen. Oh. Ooh. But Schumacher, Hamilton, Verstappen, and Lauda. I'm going Lauda over Senna. Have to. I mean, Senna was good, but Lauda, more longevity. Lauda had more longevity in my eyes. Senna died too early, yeah. Schumacher, Hamilton, Verstappen, Lauda. Senna would be on there if he lived longer. Forty-seventh minute. Verstappen's the best race car. He's the best race car driver in the world, no matter what he drives. He's on there. Schumacher, 7 world titles. Hamilton, 7 world titles. Lauda, probably the first GOAT of F1. The first true GOAT of F1. I think that makes sense. Rockies winning over Cubs. Well, damn, the Jays should beat the Cubs then. 48th minute. Oh. Boxers. Ali. Mayweather. Tyson Fury. I'm just going to go boxers straight up. I ain't going into weight classes. I'm just going to go top 4. Ali, Mayweather, Tyson Fury, and Mike Tyson. Forty-ninth minute. Weird circumstances, but I'm glad Hervé is coaching the World Cup again. Many would be like a Zidane. Yeah. 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 And Canelo, for that matter. 49th minute. Header over the bar. And it's halftime. 1-0 for Argentina at the half. We'll be back for the stats of the half. We will get this one going. 1-0. 1-0. Argentina leads, and frankly, I think they're the slightly better team, but both teams have had their moments. Since we will be back. Damn, that was Springer's 300th home run, by the way. The home run he hit tonight. George! Savior of the Blue Jays. We'll be back. Sit tight. That's the half. We'll be back. 1-0, 1-0. All right, we're back for the stats at the half. What we got? 56% possession to 44% possession, 4 shots at 4, 1 shot on goal to 0. We got 297 passes, 92% pass accuracy, 230, 92% pass accuracy, 0 corners to 2, 4 shots at 4, 1 shot on goal to 0, which was the banger by Messi, which I guess those offsides don't count as shots. Okay, that's technically you could say 2 and 1, but whatever. 323 passes, 242, 80 or 92% pass accuracy, 292. 4 throws to 6, 3 offside to 1, 0 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0, 7 fouls to 3. I'd say the game has pretty much been 50-50. Toronto's 1 game away from a championship. Yes, Marlies get a parade too. Oh, I remember. Because I remember the last time they won the Calder Cup, 2018, yeah? 2018 Calder Cup. They got a parade. Because, I mean, Toronto's so starved of championships, might as well give the minor league teams the parade as well. I respect it, though. You know, they deserve it, too, especially in hockey. Well, it's also a hockey country as well. But you know what? We'll see what happens. Tomorrow we got the final matches of the first day of the group stage, and then we move on to the next round of the group stage. But we're in 2026 Argentina kid as we speak, says Isaiah. Messi from 2022. Well, post with the 3 stars in the post. With that being said, I think this game is 50-50. I think both teams have been good. I think both teams have had their moments. I think Algeria showed up well, but I think Argentina is just slightly better. But this isn't a dominant win so far for Argentina, and this isn't a absolute shocking performance from Algeria in the positive form, I should say. Algeria could get some out of this, and Argentina could still win this, but is it going to be a blowout? No. Could this be a 2-1, 1-1 draw? Probably, possibly. Wouldn't shock me. Whoa. Next category round, football managers. Football managers, Mount Rushmore, Jose Mourinho, Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, Sir Alex Ferguson. I gotta go with them. Is it a little bit more recent? Sure, but they've changed the game completely, honestly. Argentina now a better football nation than Italy. I mean, yeah. I think they are. Yeah. But it's fitting. Well, I think we all know that. How about the Amtrak? If it is, it would be Amtrak, not a Greyhound, but okay. If you're traveling near or far, don't answer with a plane or car. Amtrak has a better way. See the country, travel Amtrak. Easy come and easy go. It's easy coming through the traffic, easy go. Rain or snow, what a country. Now you'll see it. Take the train and just lean back. Cause it's easy to get to uptown right from downtown when you go Amtrak. What a country, take me traveling, moving fast and feeling free. Yeah. Nobody gets that but me. I actually thought that sounded pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I killed that. I ain't gonna lie. That was good. That was smooth. I don't care. That was smooth. Again, it would be an Amtrak, but I don't know if I'd be on a Greyhound bus. I don't know. Here we go. Second half. That's baseball. Here we go. Second half, boys. Second half. And then after this game is over, we'll review it. Who also can't believe Amtrak actually has a car dedicated to just observation. Every train does. Like, every train has an observation car. Well, at least I know Via Rail does on their Canadian and all that. But I think if you watch Trendy's videos of the trains he's been on, I think they all have one. Which, I mean, would make sense. But either way, I just want to see a good football game. If the ref... I don't like when the ref helps. Well, I don't like when the ref screws over my team, but other than that, I could care less. I just want a good game. And besides, I mean, both offsides were offside, but okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, both offsides were offsides, but okay. Marlies. Oh, there we go. And we're off in the second half. Boom, 3 down, 1 to go, Marlies. Let's go. 1-0 Argentina. See when the Jays post. One 0 Argentina. Messi wouldn't be good without the refs. No, that's wrong. That's if the refs like you, will they help you? If you make money, will they help you? Probably. Was he already good in the first place? Yes, he was one of the best players in football in the first place. Now, you could say, well, Barcelona had a long history of ref help while Messi was there. You can say that. Maybe that's true. Hadn't been proven. Argentina 2022, you could say. Copa America, I'm not so sure, but whatever. MLS, probably. I wouldn't put anything past MLS. They probably help his ass, and Miami still chokes. MLS helps him, and Miami still chokes. So, for the most part, because you can't. But either way, Messi is still a great player. Now, the trophies he won, could you attribute that to help? Maybe, but his stats still speak for themselves, even with the refs' help. His trophy case might be thinner if the refs didn't help him. That could be true if there was any ref help. His stat sheet would still be a stat sheet, though, for the most part. I think you're overblowing it, that's all. Header away. Then again, you know what does kind of suck, though, for Messi at Miami? Messi did have the refs in his pocket, the UEFA Champions League. You know, it's a disgrace. He played that game in that series. CONCACAF can't get the refs in his pocket, though. They won't do it, which is crazy. Either they're so incompetent they can't rig a game for him, or they don't want to, which is crazy knowing CONCACAF. They will for America, but they won't. Well, then again, America doesn't really get any rig help either when it comes to actual CONCACAF Champions Cup. It's only in the league, to be fair. Oh, damn. Playing forward. Algeria blocked away. '50th minute. Argentina. How'd you get into F1? Because basically during COVID, I mean, there were people around me who were into it, and I'm like, well, I mean, this is the first thing back from COVID. I might as well get into it. And, Patrick Mahomes is at the game. Of course he is. So basically it's like, well, if people are saying good things about it, and it was the first thing back from COVID, I'm like, shit, I mean, might as well watch some, even if the time zones are screwed. Of course, I didn't cover it at the time. I've only really started to cover it now. But, I mean, I've been watching for 6 years. And most North Americans who weren't really born into it got into it because of COVID. I mean, I'm not the only one, but because it was the first thing back. But, I mean, because I think they want to win the World Cup more than they do their leagues or anything. Why not Le Mans or NASCAR or Indy 500? I mean, I watch it, but it would be impossible to cover a 24-hour race. I like NASCAR. I watch that as well, and I watch IndyCar. But the reason I started covering F1 on the channel is because I've always been, even though Leclerc is one of my favorite drivers. I've always been a Ferrari fan, probably more team-wise than McLaren. But I've always been a big fan of Lando Norris and as well. And I'd say he's my favorite at this point. Lando and Leclerc are pretty much my two main favorite drivers, and Lewis is up there as well, especially ever since he came to Ferrari. But I wanted Lando to win the world title in 25. He didn't, or 24. He didn't get it, but McLaren won the World Constructors, which was cool. But Lando was on his title charge, and I'm like, you know what? Might as well cover it. And this is when he kind of started to turn it back in his direction. I was like, might as well. So I covered most of the races at the back half of last season. And of course, I covered Abu Dhabi when Lando won his championship, and then I've covered every Grand Prix this season so far. And I think I probably should get all of them, but we'll see what happens when the late end of the season happens. But 24-hour challenge to feed families. Yeah. And then weirdly enough, NASCAR came into it in late 2020 because CONCACAF League was on FS1 and FS2. And around CONCACAF games, they were showing NASCAR Race Hub, their weekly or daily show or whatever. And I'm like, well, I already got into F1 and I am a redneck. I was never really, I knew the names. Back in the day, I grew up like on Yahoo Sports. It always had on the side all like the IndyCar races, the NASCAR and F1 races. So I knew the names. I knew Kyle Busch. I knew Tony Stewart. I knew Kurt Busch. I knew Dale Jr. Dale Sr. I always watched Daytona and Indy 500 every year. I normally do, even when I wasn't really into motorsport. Sometimes I watched Monaco or one of the U.S. Grand Prix every year. Not like every year. Like it was kind of like wrestling. Like I watched it here and there. I knew the names, but I never really fully got into it until I got into it. So, yeah, there was sort of a prologue to it. It was more like I saw the results on Yahoo, watched the big race, and then definitely every year for Daytona and Indy. But sometimes F1, there was one. Sometimes it was Monaco. Sometimes it was like Watkins Glen or Coda, and maybe it was Abu Dhabi or Brazil once. But my sleep schedule wasn't really great, and I didn't like waking up early for things for a while. So, but I knew Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Dale Jr., Tony Stewart, Montoya, because he was in NASCAR for a while, Casey Kane, Helio Castroneves, Tony Kanaan, Schumacher, Vettel, Coulthard, Weber. Like, I knew the names. I knew what they were in, but Julian About Time. That's just a movie. Lautaro, and then IndyCar came along. For me, IndyCar was last. Like NASCAR, I got into NASCAR second because of Fox, and then Fox got the IndyCar rights and bought into it, and then I was like, okay. So IndyCar I got into last year because I really thought, besides the Indy 500 every year, like that's kind of like the Super Bowl of like American motorsport. Well, Daytona, basically half and half. I always kind of thought Indy 500 was just a bastardized American F1 on ovals for some reason. That's what I thought it was. I didn't Almada and Lautaro off for Gonzalez and Alvarez. Like, I was like, what's the point of this? I was like, what's the point of this? They do have street circuits, but every so often it's like, I wouldn't say half and half, but they have a number of street circuits. They have a number of ovals. And I think that's the way to look at it, but playing forward. Shot blocked away. And then IndyCar came along, and NASCAR got put on ice skates by IndyCar. About time. I won't say first the final is going to be between Iran and the United States. And the United States will lose 6 minus -7, and Sun Sun will forever give up on the sport and never come back. I think Sun Sun would want the USA to lose, to be honest. I don't know why you think he'd be mad about the USA losing to Iran. That's not the way I'd take it. But honestly, as it stands now, F1's my favorite motorsport. Then IndyCar, which is wild, but, you know. NASCAR, third. Well, nah, yeah. WEC, World Endurance Championship, probably under NASCAR. NHRA, because it always gets shown on FS2 like all the time. You know, all the time. But I like MotoGP, you know, it's kind of hard to put that in the same. I know it is motorsport. Those guys are nuts. Like, it's crazy. Like, I have honestly the highest respect for the MotoGP guys. There is no, the padding is in their suits. And they bend and they go down so low to the ground. It's, oh my God, they're nuts. I don't know why. That is crazy, man. I was like, dude. And I can see why. Like, I know Lando really wants to drive a MotoGP bike, and Piastri for that matter. I can see why Zach doesn't want him to do it, because that'd be the dumbest shit. Like, they're going to get hurt. They're going to get hurt. What about sprint car racing? I mean, I've seen one or two here or there, like flipping through Pluto and Roku because it's on Flow Racing, but it's not exactly something, like, I'll watch it if it's on and I flip through it and I'm like, this is the best thing I'm going to find, you know. It's definitely, it's interesting. It's interesting, and like those big wings at the back and like how it drifts on the dirt track. It's interesting. Shot save. Messi, goal! Messi off the rebound. 2 goals to Messi. 2 goals to Messi. 2-0. Horrible rebound, and Messi pounces on it. You can't let him do that. The goalkeeper is Zinedine Zidane's son. 2-0 to Argentina. 2-0. How do you give up a rebound like that? This goalkeeper bet on the Argentina goal spread. Yeah, it makes me wonder, how do you get that freaking face mask? Did he get freaking beat up by some loan sharks and they broke the sides of his face? Because that looks weird. Makes me wonder. He got beat up by some loan sharks and told to bet on the Algerian Onana. It's Pratt Man. Pratt Man. Twatting goal. Pratt Man. No, it's Pratt Man. Pratt Man. Twatting goal. 61st minute, 2-0, 2-0. th minute. I don't think Onana's that stupid to give up that rebound in the World Cup, though. And Messi's tied for the second all-time in FIFA World Cup goals, tied with Brazilian Ronaldo, R9, with 15 goals. That's crazy, man. But, yeah. I mean, it's definitely interesting to watch a sprint car race. Headed away. This should be 0-0 if it was a decent goalkeeper. Well, why do you think Zidane's playing for Algeria and not France? If he was decent, he'd probably be playing for France. If he was decent, he may still be playing for Madrid. Well, as a backup at least. He's playing for Algeria for a reason. He ain't decent. Nepo baby. He's a Nepo baby who isn't decent, but you really think Algeria wouldn't, like, you really think Algeria's like, you know what? We have a big name goalkeeper. Maybe that'll fool people to think we have a good goalkeeper. 2 goals for every big star today on Fox. Is this shit actually rigged? 2 goals for Mbappe, 2 goals for Haaland, 2 goals for Messi, and 2 of the goals were dumbass giveaways. Haaland with the press, which I've never seen him do that. He just eats the goalkeeper's lunch and pops it into the net, and then Messi jumps on a rebound. Messi's 1 away from Klose. Yep. He's closer to Klose. So both Mbappe and Messi are probably going to break Klose's record. Yes. Yes, they are. Mahrez is coming on and Aouar is coming on. Man, I remember when Hassan Aouar was actually a big name. I remember when people were tipping him to be something awesome. Dude. Guirioff. Dude. Does anybody remember? Oh. Did somebody add that or? Okay, so somebody did add that. I mean, it wouldn't shock me, but I was like, there's no way it's gone 5 out of 5 right now. Either way. What was that? 64th minute. I forgot. Yeah. Anybody remember when Hassan Aouar was a big name or was going to be a big name? What the hell happened? Dude, just nobody talks about him anymore. I remember when Arsenal wanted him. Al-Ittihad. Oh yeah, he went to Saudi, of course. Went from Lyon to Roma to Saudi. Well, that would do it. I mean, I was kind of disappointed with the Roma transfer. And I remember that sort of. And then he went to Saudi, of course. And that's why nobody talks about him anymore because he went to Saudi Arabia. 28 goals in 69 games. Kind of sucks. What's the call sheet odds that Messi bags a Hattie now? Shot. Punched over. Messi almost did. He almost did. 65th minute. This close. Well, I mean, it's kind of like, because very likely he's a Nepo baby. Very likely. Or she is a Nepo baby. Nepo babies never really end up being worth a damn. I hope you know that. Messi with a corner. So I guess Cristiano Jr. is going to be ass. Well, I don't know. Wouldn't shock me if Messi's kids and Cristiano's kids don't end up doing jack shit. Wouldn't shock me. But if there was anybody to break the rule, it'd be them. Probably. I don't know. They became influencers. Yeah. '67th minute. Cleared away. Now I just wanted to do the CM Punk taunt. That's all. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do. Read your previous comment. Messi's the greatest to ever play. Anybody who disagrees should go to sleep. 68th minute. Two 2-0 Argentina. Argentina's a slightly better team, but if only Lucas Zidane was actually a good goalkeeper, this game would be a draw. How are you so... Butterfingers! Actually, when I talk about Messi's golazo, the Algerian Onana, I am going to say Butterfingers! Drops it into his own net. What happened to his hands? Why? What happened to his hands? Water break, 69th minute. Come here! I put the first one more on the defense, just giving him time in front of the box. Yeah, but if you get hands to it, I mean, yeah, there was the pace on it, but Butterfingers! Incomplete. Messi should have gotten a red, at least a yellow since the first half. Of course, Infantino won't allow it. If you think Messi's going to get a red if they can't help it, jog on, go to sleep. Incomplete. Yoink. Ricochet off his hands. Butterfingers the ball. Ricochet off his hands and into the net. Yoink. Yoink. Genjutsu. Actually, on the offsides, Genjutsu. Waiting for the ad break, water break to finish. Oh. Football now is 4 quarters round. It's inevitable. I pray that this is just because it's in the USA. Because I swear to God, Europe won't stand for this. Hell, I don't even think Garber's dumb enough to start doing 2 water breaks a game. I don't even think he's dumb enough to do that. To give him one little compliment, I don't think Garber's that dumb. I don't even think Garber's that dumb. He might be a dumbass, but I don't think he's that dumb. Playing forward. The Norway football team has officially scored more points at Gillette than the Chargers did in January. 4-1. Norway scored 4. That was a good day. But if Justin Herbert's funky ass had a good O-line, he would have dropped 30. And if my aunt had wheels, she'd have been a bike. If Brendan Ayuk had a brain, he'd also have a Super Bowl ring. If it wasn't cold, the Chargers win. All-time potential, man. If. A Justin Herbert defender's favorite word. If. if man. Justin Herbert, if man. If I had an O-line, if it wasn't cold, if it wasn't playing forward. Here comes Argentina, goes down the box. No penalty. I'm actually shocked. No head up penal. No head up penal. Pinche FIFA. No head up penal. No head up penal. Oh, man. Should have been pen. Really, though? No penalty. Wow. I'm actually shocked. I'm actually shocked. 73rd minute. I'm actually shocked. I thought FIFA would give that. Funnily enough, I haven't watched the No Edda Penal video again this World Cup so far. I'm sure it's going to happen, though. But 74th minute. Kind of happy no pen, though. Yeah, because people would have talked a lot of shit about it, wouldn't they? Where's the guy that said Messi always gets help from the refs? 74th minute. '74th minute. Playing forward, wow. Argentina, 74th minute. Oh, look, Zinedine Zidane's at the game, and he just saw his son put up one of the, well, I won't say one of the worst performances, but one of the most bozo-level performances ever in World Cup history. Woof. Well, I think Luke is about to get disowned tonight. He's going to get taken out of the will. Probably. Zinedine's going to take him out of the will tonight, probably. Would I blame him? No. If he actually did, I wouldn't blame him. No. No. 75th minute. I'm half joking. I'm half joking. '76th minute. Playing forward, Argentina. Shot, goal! Messi hat trick in the World Cup. Woo-hoo-hoo! 2 golazzos and a howler, and it's 3-0 Argentina. He's still got it. Well, we knew that already, but either way. Well, if there's anybody who knows how the refs help him to win things, it's Patrick Mahomes. And it's onside, perfect play. Wow. What a script. Messi starts the title defense with a hat trick. Ooh, whoever had the hat trick as a bet is happy tonight. Lionel Messi hat trick. '76 minutes into the game, 3-0, 3-0. Triplete de la Messi. Triplete de la Messi. En la Copa Mundial. En la última Copa Mundial de la Messi. Inicio de la triplete. I would have saved that for fair play. Well, you're not Lucas Zidane, so, hey, you'd be a better goalie than him. Messi tied with Klose for the most FIFA World Cup goals all time with a hat trick. Boom. 16 goals. What a script. Messi had him, baby. No help from the referees. It ain't rigged, buddy. It ain't rigged, buddy. Not this one. Not this one. This ain't a Patrick Mahomes game in Kansas City, buddy. Now, that was rigged. Now, those are rigged. But then again, maybe, well, they also have a lot of magic up their ass. Maybe Patrick gave him some of that devil magic that happens in this stadium. But other than that, it ain't rigged, I can tell you that much. But there's also devil magic the Chiefs have. If it's not rigged, the devil magic comes through normally. Maybe Mahomes gave him some of that. Maybe they met in the bowels of the stadium and Mahomes gave him a little bit of devil magic. I don't know. 78th minute. Damn, you've had a bad day. I've had an amazing day. We got to play the Patriots 2 times a Patrick 2 times a year. Patrick 2 times a year. What a incredible man of the match, Messi hat trick. Otamendi on. '79th minute. Messi. 80th minute. Playing forward, shot. Blocked away. Ooh. Zaruki. And Unk still got it. Unk still got it. Unk still got it. Just skipping rope on his ass or whatever. Bobina coming on. Oh. Wow. What a game, man. Huh. '82nd minute. Who was worse, the Tunisian goalkeeper or Zidane? Luka Zidane. 82 minutes. Argentina are the favorites from South America. Finally, a South American nation wins. Well, I thought Argentina would. Are we really shocked? One more game to do after this. We will be live for the Austria-Jordan game. They're going to get destroyed by Argentina. Well, I don't know about Austria. Probably. Honestly, maybe. I don't know. 3-0. I mean, there were a couple. I don't think I put all of them on them, if I remember correctly, but let's remember I was running on 3 hours of sleep that night. That was the latest game, so like the exact vivid memory of the goals is honestly, I think I put like 2 on them, if I remember correctly. 2 out of the 3 on these. Maybe it's just mathematical. It's 2 out of 5. It's not as bad as 2 out of 3. Mathematically. Do it. Is it a jersey foul? Probably. Is it a hilarious one? Yes, it is. 3 hours of sleep. I have never. You can never? Well, I've done it. Probably more. Well. 85th minute. The knock-on effects are still knock-on affecting, though. I will say that much. 85th minute. '85th minute. Free kick for Algeria. Shot blocked away. We will review this game once it's over, and then I will be live for the final game of the day, and then we'll be back tomorrow. 4 lives, 2 reviews tomorrow. Portugal, DR Congo, just alive. England, Croatia, live RSR. Ghana, Panama, live RSR. Uzbekistan, Colombia, live. '86th minute. '87th minute. Playing forward, Algeria. Now, I will say 3-0 doesn't exactly look like what this game was. I will say that much. I think when it comes down to it, I got to say, Algeria's had their moments attacking. I'm not going to lie. And they've played well on the ball. I think Argentina took their chances and Messi had some magic. And Zidane blew one away. But, you know, if that magic doesn't happen, I mean, Algeria were a lot closer than you think. I have to be honest. Thanks for the coverage, Ryan. Remember Messi, last World Cup? Anda Pasha, Bobo. Anda Pasha. Kimira Bobo. Kimira Bobo. Anda Pasha Bobo. Anda Pasha. First FIFA World Cup hat trick for Messi. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No way. No way. The first game of his probably final World Cup, he scores his first FIFA World Cup hat trick. The one thing, one of the few things he didn't have, he got. You gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta be kidding me. Wow. Well. Seriously, I mean, that's what Fox put up there. I don't know if I can believe that, but that's crazy if it's true. Wow. Wow. Lol. What would your reaction be if Argentina gets knocked out by Portugal? Portugal's winning the whole damn thing, is my reaction, because that's what's exactly going to happen. 89th minute. Lol. 89th minute. That's crazy. '89th minute. How much stoppage time are we going to get? I think he's bad. I think he had a bad game at least. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Six minutes of stoppage time. Why? Messi could have had 5 offside and soft pen. Soft pen gets him there. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. And, I mean, the offside was offside. I mean, his head was... You can score your head. Like this, like a side of his head was all over the line. Not that he would have. Not the way that ball was being played. Not the fact he barely does score with his head. But, I mean, if his hand was just offside, that would have been a goal. But there was just enough of his head leaning over the line that. So, yeah. But the penalty probably should have been 4. It probably should have been 4. I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised they didn't give the penalty. But you know what? It makes it feel better that his hat trick was done by him and not ref help. Because some people would cry wolf about it. Not that I would have, but, you know. Not that I would have, but either way. 92nd minute. Kylian scored a brace. Erling copied him. Messi outdid them both. Yep. That's crazy, man. All 3 of the big stars performed today. You love to see it. Not everybody. Performing on the big stage on the first match day is not something anybody or everybody could do. Hey, Yamal got into the game. Yamal ain't... Ain't something everybody can do. Yamal played long enough to make an impact, and he didn't do it. 93rd minute. No, it's Maritime Messi's time to get 4. What's wrong with Yamal? He's not fully fit. Yeah, he's not fully fit. I think he's been hurt since March. He just came back. right in time for the World Cup. And, of course, he got to play about 10, 15 minutes against Cape Verde. Like, that would have been the perfect time for him to make an impact coming off an injury. And he didn't. But... ...93rd minute. We'll never ever see a player like Messi again. Then again, I mean, people who were in the era of Maradona said we'll never see a player like Maradona again. And Pelé. We did. At some point, we will see .94th minute. Pele's 20 years older than Maradona. I mean, there's always somebody. Like, look at Joe Montana to Tom Brady. Nobody thought there'd be somebody better than Joe Montana. Hell, nobody thought there'd be somebody better than Bart Starr, than Joe Montana, than Tom Brady. And there's going to be, I mean, there's people talk about Patrick Mahomes. There's always a new GOAT. And maybe, yeah, Messi has done so much stuff that it's hard to surpass. Maybe. I mean, it's awesome he's doing it at the age of 38. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm talking about the fact there will be another GOAT candidate again. Our kids will grow up with somebody at some point in their life that ends up being a GOAT candidate. Is it going to be hard to overtake Messi? Yeah, and I don't think they will. But there will be somebody. It's just the way sports goes. Again, let's use F1. There was Lauda. Then there was Senna. Then there was Schumacher. Then there was Hamilton. Then there was Verstappen. Now it's probably Kimi Antonelli, who's there's always somebody new. I can't say we won't see somebody like Messi ever again. Now, will somebody ever overtake him? I don't know, but there will be somebody who's called that generation's GOAT, who at least can have a debate. 3-0. Full time 3-0. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Hit that join button to become a member. Hit that hype button to put stuff in the algorithm. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlists. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this match. And then basically soon after the review, we'll be live for Austria versus Jordan. So with that being said, I will see you. Sit tight. We will be back. 3-0 to Argentina. See you later. I'm running. I'm out. Peace. See you.